How's it going, everyone? My name is Con. I am one of the many facilitators that will be on Collegebound with you this year. And today we will be walking through how to pack bags and such, so you have everything you need while up in the boundary waters. So we'll get started with that. So this thing right here, this is a dry bag, pretty simple with the name. Anything you don't want to get wet goes inside the dry bag, so like the name says, it stays dry. So stuff like clothes, any valuables you don't want to get, like money, phones, stuff like that. Just anything you don't want to get wet goes inside the dry bag, so in case you do take a spill into the water, all of that stuff's going to be okay. So in terms of clothing and what you want to bring, stuff you put in your dry bag, you want to bring enough clothing, but not too much clothing. Maybe just a max of 2 pairs for one thing. We're all going to smell bad no matter what. It doesn't matter if your clothes are going to smell good or not. And so just 1 or 2 max everything. So things like a sweatshirt, something pretty thick, so that at night when it's a bit buggy, mosquitoes, deer flies, they're not biting through you too easy. Long sleeve t-shirt, so whether it's like just a bit hot, want to get some sun protection, once again, yeah, just good to have. And notice how when I'm rolling everything up, so when I put it in the dry bag, you make as much space as possible, not trying to just cram things in there without organization. It's nice to roll everything up. Short sleeve t-shirt, so just, once again, pretty self-explanatory if it gets hot. Socks, both wool socks and a bit thinner socks. Wool socks especially nice at night if it gets a bit cold out, also they're a bit thicker, as well as some like running socks, just a little bit thinner socks, which are also nice to have. I would say if there's one thing you want to bring a lot of socks, because socks are important. Avoid blisters. We hate blisters on Collegebound. Shorts, also a good option, as well as some longer pants. If you're looking to bring leggings, those might not work so well. They're a bit thinner, so it's easier for bugs to bite through them. So don't recommend those, but if you have sweatpants or just longer pants you want to bring that are a bit thicker so bugs can't get through them, those are a pretty good option. Also, if you have dry pants, sort of just water-specific pants that dry pretty fast, those are also a great option. Once again, rolling everything up. Hats are good, just keep the sun out of your face. Also, if you have like a beanie hat for the winter, that's also good in case it does get cold. Maybe not this hat going in the dry bag, you need to wear that during the day, so that can go over there. If you have a sweatshirt, those are also great. Once again, keeps the bugs off, keeps you warm. Nice thing to do, when you're camping, you like to sleep. Sleeping's good. Also want some comfort, but sometimes we don't want to bring a pillow with us. That's extra space, extra weight. So if you fold it up a certain way, just sort of bunch it up like so. I'm great at bunching things. And just stuff it into the hood. That makes a pretty good pillow for at night you want to sleep. So just extra comfort, so you're not sleeping on anything too hard. Supports your neck and head a bit more, and so on. Other good stuff, another good thing, sunglasses. Doesn't have to be an expensive pair. Just something to wear on the lakes. Just keep your eyes nice and protected and not getting all the sun in your eyes. I'm good at words. Thank you for listening. All right, so next we'll go over toiletries. So once again, just necessities we need to have. Sort of our medication side right here, antihistamine, I think I said that right. So just if you have any minor allergies like pollen, stuff like that, this is always nice to have. Stuff if you have like nasal problems, that's always good. And then major allergies like bee stings or like EpiPen, definitely bring that, so make sure you have that. Maybe bring 1 or 2 if that's available, but yeah, just make sure you always have that. And some other just medication like stuff. Ibuprofen's also a good one when on trail. I know one of our goal, just if you're ever hurting, like blisters, stuff like that, that's always good to have in case you need it. Just hygiene products, toothbrush. We don't want to smell your bad breath. That's always pleasant. Toothpaste, obviously. Chapstick, if your lips get dry, need some relief. Sunscreen. This is a big one. As someone who myself is very fair-skinned, we don't want skin cancer. That's always a positive, so definitely ladder up on the sunscreen. Bring a couple containers. This is a bit small. Bring a couple containers of sunscreen. Cannot stress that one enough. Hand sanitizer, especially nowadays when like COVID, stuff like that, that's a big deal. Definitely bring some hand sanitizer. Other hygiene products, we will be giving discreet bags, so just be able to dispose of that pretty easily. That'll be nice. Deodorant, once again, while we will be pretty smelly, this will definitely help not being as smelly, so definitely bring that. And hairbrush or comb, whatever you want to have, that's also nice, but yeah.
Do you want to go over the bag?
Yes, the bag. Bags are really nice, Ziploc bags or like a smaller dry bag. These are really nice just to keep everything organized, so you're not just rifling through your pack, just trying to get everything. So just hastily toss everything in like I'm doing so, or nicely, I don't know. And then boom, done. Easy.
Do you want to quick go over valuables?
Oh, yes. Sorry, Addie's behind the camera. She's a lot better at this than I am. So valuables like ID, money, stuff like that, phone. That's also good to put in here or in another dry bag, a secure spot, just to make sure, keep track of it, make sure you're not losing anything. That's also good to put in there. All right, so in terms of eating and supplies you need to bring for eating food, we will supply all the cookware, so like pots, pans, actual food, that'll all be supplied by us. But we also supply these fancy fork, spoon, knife hybrid thing. We'll give you one of these, they're really fancy. Just make sure you don't, the knife's over there, be careful with that. However, you will need to bring just a container like a bowl or a plate on your own. Tupperware works really for that, and this is the only thing you'll need to bring in terms of like eating food, so just that one thing, pretty simple. 2 more good things to bring, right here, flashlight. That's pretty much a given. Just at night, it's dark, want to know where we're going. This one, headlamp's really good because especially like late night, setting up your tent or doing camp stuff, you can just put it on your head. You look pretty cool while you're doing it. Just pointing your head around, get to see where you're going. Fantastic. And then towel, that's also pretty important. That's still on. Towel, we're going to be on the water a lot. It could be raining, so just somewhere to dry off if you go swimming. Once again, if it rains, stuff like that. So just nice to have, especially if it's a quick dry towel. Those are pretty nice, or just any old towel will do you fine. So good stuff. All right, so next we'll go over footwear. Footwear, super important because obviously when you protect our feet, protecting your feet, like I said earlier, with the socks, prevent blisters, keep your feet dry. Very important because if you have bad feet, you're gonna have a bad experience. Well, not a bad experience, but protecting your feet is good. So we recommend bringing 2 different types of shoes. The first is your like standard hiking shoes. So like if we're like at camp, just hiking around, these are good things you want to have. Nice closed-toed shoes. If they're high ankle, that's even better. So if you slip in a crack or trip over a root, it protects your ankles a bit better. If you have that, don't have any like high ankle stuff, no worry. Just a nice sturdy pair of shoes that you're comfortable walking around with, and that will keep your feet dry in case of rain, stuff like that. So always a plus. And then we have things like chacos, sandals, stuff like that. These are really good for portaging or just while we're in a canoe. While they're not closed toes like we usually prefer, they dry pretty quick. They still protect the sole of your feet, and they're just good for like canoeing, portaging. And while these, if they get wet, these will dry out pretty quick. So definitely also recommend something like chacos, sandals, stuff like that are also pretty good. Another thing for footwear, it also really helps if it's already broken in. Fresh boots or fresh shoes, they can cause blisters a lot. Once again, protect your feet. We don't want blisters. As you can see, my boots are very broken in, maybe too broken in, but that's just how we like them. And then really another really important part, rain gear. So we definitely encourage you, or definitely you should, bring a nice raincoat. Just something that'll keep you dry during the day if we're in a canoe at camp. Just make sure you're not getting wet. If you have rain pants, also that's a good option to bring. Okay, so now we're gonna go over how to pack your pack. So first, earlier, you better remember, we put everything in this nice little dry bag, so we'll show you how to fold up this certain brand. So what I like to do, just as best you can, just try to get all the air out of it. It makes it a bit easier to roll up and to get more stuff into your actual pack. Just roll that up, or squeeze all the air out of it. And then once you do that to the best extent, I'm not that great at it, you roll up, so at the top, on this one, there's no zipper. So what we do, we roll up the top, try to get that as tight as possible, and then you'll notice the clips over here, we'll wrap these around and we'll clip it together. And a combination between of that part we roll up in here and these clips, it stays pretty watertight, so you don't worry about all your stuff getting wet. Yeah, I should really do better at getting air out of that. Anyway, and then for actually packing your pack, one of the things I like to put in first is the sleeping bag, just because during the day out in the water, we're not gonna need our sleeping bags, so we don't need to reach for it. So I can go ahead and just put that all the way at the bottom. Same thing for the sleeping pad. What we sleep on at night, don't really need that during the day, but in case there's like a first aid thing, sometimes it's nice to have, so I do put that above the sleeping bag. But once again, not too many occasions where we need to put that in too high. And then we have clothes and such. Once again, most of the stuff you're gonna have with you in your day pack or another area, like a rain jacket, different layers. But everything, all the clothes you don't need, like what you sleep in, you can also put that usually around the middle of the pack. And then above it, above like the dry bag, you just put things you might need during the day, so like a water bottle, map and compass, first aid kit, and so on. Stuff that's a bit easier to reach, and you can open the bag easily, go get that. Don't have to keep digging through at the bottom of it. So yeah.
Hi everyone, it's Addie. I just had a couple of more packing things to go over with you. So to start, if you're running out of space in your dry bag, you're really squeezing your clothes in there and you still don't have enough room, you can start to compartmentalize some stuff. A good alternative to a dry bag is the Ziplocs that Con showed, or just a plastic shopping bag works really well too. Anything that's going to be a barrier between your clothes or stuff you want to stay dry and water is a good thing. But stuff that if you have a dry bag, stuff that for sure should go in there is wallet, phone, thermals, stuff that's supposed to keep you warm, stuff that's valuable. So prioritize that stuff in your dry bag. Camp clothes, other stuff that, it can dry out. Ziploc or plastic shopping bag works just as well. The other thing with that too, in your dry bag, you can compartmentalize stuff with some plastic shopping bags too. Like you can have your long sleeve shopping bag, your short sleeve shopping bag, just to help ease of packing, ease of when you're getting ready in the morning or winding down in the evening. It makes it easier, so you don't have to dig through your bag. And also, like I said earlier, just another barrier between your stuff and water is always a good thing. And just some more stuff too that it's good to have to throw into your pack. Bug spray kind of goes without being said. If you have bug spray, definitely bring it. If it's the spray bottle, that's better. The aerosol cans don't do as well. Another good thing to bring, water bottle. You need a water bottle. Doesn't need to be fancy. It does not need to be insulated. Honestly, just a little plastic Nalgene is perfect. So another thing I wanted to go over is packs. This is a portage pack. Has a little bit more space on the inside, is one of the bigger differences between that and a hiking backpack. Hiking backpack is gonna have more compartments for your stuff, while a portage pack is gonna have like a bigger body. These hiking backpacks gonna have more like little side pouches, and they also have a frame to support you while you're hiking long distances. Another good thing with these hiking backpacks is that you can attach your shoes to them, just make more space. They have all of these hooks and buckles, so you can attach some stuff to it to make it some space like in your bag, which is important.
So we hope this little packing video helps. If you're still not sure about packing, once you get here, of course, we'll help you with that. So no need to worry about that. But once again, it's gonna be a great trip. We're excited you to be here, and yeah, see you in a month.